All right, what is going on again, everybody? It is the final day of Comic-Con weekend, and there's some stuff that's been revealed that gotta talk about, give my thoughts on. And I did my Marvel reveals video, and this is going to be the DC version, and it is a lot less. It's a lot less than Marvel. DC really did not show up this year. The last time DC really dominated Comic Con was the summer before Batman v Superman came out, when they brought the first real Batman v Superman trailer to Comic Con, and it just like swept everything away. Like they owned it. Everyone was so interested in it. And that very first trailer for BVS made it look super good, and then it was a bag of ass. So uh, ever since then, DC just hasn't really been able to hang. And this year they barely tried. They showed off. What was the first thing we got? The first thing we got was another Black Adam trailer. And it didn't show anything new. Like, we already knew that the Justice Society, Hawkman, Dr. Fate, all these other people, we already knew that they were in it. We already knew that it was basically going to be a story where it's like, he's pissed off and he's at Black Adam. He's pissed off and he's angry and he just wants to be angry at the world. But the Justice Society tries to convince him to, like, yeah, you can be angry. Shit was done to you in the past to make you angry, but you could also, you know, get over it and be a superhero. We know that's the way it's going to go. That's what the previous trailers have shown, and that's what this one showed. So there's nothing new. There was nothing new. It was basically just like DC going, "Oh, don't forget about Black Adam." And then the next trailer we got a brand new trailer for Shazam, the next Shazam movie, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and it looked like another fun Shazam romp. It didn't there was everyone was hoping at Comic Con was when we were going to get this announcement about Henry Cavill still playing Superman, because ever since The Rock signed on to be Black Adam back in like 2015, uh, they've been boasting this Superman and Black Adam will fight on screen. And it's like, well, they're not going to do that if you don't have an actor to play Superman. So who's it going to be? And everyone wants it to be Henry Cavill, but I don't even know if Henry Cavill wants it to be Henry Cavill at this point. I think Henry Cavill's like perfectly content like playing The Witcher, and that's it. And so it's like, yeah, they showed off this Shazam trailer and it just looks like another fun romp, but it's just like, it's nothing. It doesn't show a bigger picture. It doesn't show them where they're going to take this, and that's because they cannot afford. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of DC here now, the DC movie universe anyway. DC cannot afford to show you where they're going with this shit long term. It's because it's a little bit because they don't know. Maybe if you guys remember, several months ago, this like it was leaked that uh, the Flash movie that's supposed to be coming out some eventually. That movie is going to really shake the Etch a Sketch on the DC film franchise. It's going to kind of reboot shit. It's going to be heavily inspired by the Flashpoint storyline, and it's definitely going to reboot stuff. And the rumor came out that it was going to basically reboot the whole fucking thing. Ben Affleck's no longer Batman. Michael Keaton is now the main Batman of the DCEU, and he's old, so he gets in the bat suit every once in a while. But as we all know, the Batgirl movie is also supposed to be coming out, and he's going to be in that, and it's going to kind of introduce Batgirl as his new protege, and she's the new real Bat presence in Gotham. And then it was also going to show off Supergirl or Superwoman, whichever the fuck wanted. Basically, the leak came out that the Flash movie is going to shake the Etch a Sketch on the DC movie universe, and what we're going to be left with when the dust settles is something we don't really want. And here's the thing. It would be in DC's best interest, if that's not what's going to happen, it would be in DC's best interest to just come out and say so. But just if they put out a press release that says like the leak is not true, that's not enough. People are still going to be suspicious. The only way they can really avert suspicion is if the leak is wrong, then they need to tell us what's really going to happen. And they can't tell us what's really going to happen without spoiling the fucking movie. So they're in a bit of a bind here. And they've put themselves in this position where until the Flash movie comes out, we don't really care about any of your other movies. Because if the Flash movie is going to reboot your universe in some way, we don't even know if this Shazam movie is worth watching. Is it still going to be canon? Is it still going to be part of it? Is this Black Adam movie going to still be canon and still be part of it? What is the Flash movie going to erase and not erase? What is going to be the new continuity, the new canon after the Flash movie? They can't answer that without spoiling it. So we're all just left here sitting. Like, if you've paid attention to my channel, you know that I'm a toy collector, and I have held off buying any of the DC live action toys other than the Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman movie toys, because that's its own standalone movie. That, as of right now, has nothing to do with the greater DC movie universe. It's just its own thing. So I can buy those and be like, I like the movie, I'll buy the toy. But like, thinking about they revealed the Black Adam movie toys, and they look kind of cool. The Doctor Fate looks cool. The Black Adam looks cool. They all look. The Hawkman looks cool. I kind of want to buy them, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to buy those, spend my money on those, put them on my shelf, only to have this entire movie be released. This entire movie be erased by whatever happens in the Flash movie. And then and it's like, oh, why did I buy those things? Why did I buy those collectibles? So, and that's from the perspective of a collector. You talk about your just average moviegoer, they're more concerned with just like, why should I care about going to see this, and why should I care about going to see that if I don't know what the future state of your movie universe is going to be? You know, the Flash movie might very well it might very well erase both of these. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. And here's the thing: even if the Flash movie does not erase the events of these two, I can tell you right now, if that leak about Michael Keaton being the new main Batman and Batgirl being the main Bat presence, and there's no Superman, it's Supergirl instead of Superman, if that leak is all true, the DC movie universe is dead. It's dead and buried anyway. So people are like, one, I don't know if these two movies are going to even be canon or not. They might get erased after the Flash movie, and then even if they're not erased, the universe itself might suck because you might have done some dumbass shit with Michael Keaton and Batgirl and Supergirl. So what's the point in me investing in this shit and giving a fuck about this shit if I don't know that it's going to be worth my time in the long run? What's the point? And DC can't explain it to people without spoiling the movie. And then to make things this is so I'm laughing at DC right now because like here's the thing: I am a DC fan, and I will always love and appreciate DC for what it used to be. DC Comics in the 90s, in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s were great. DC animation has always been great. The DC animated movie universe, the DC animated Bruce Timm, Paul Dini DC animated universe, it's always been great. I love DC. The Batman Arkham games, great. The Dark Knight trilogy movies, great. This new Robert Pattinson movie, great. I love DC, but I love it more for what it used to be and not what it currently is. It's definitely not the same anymore. It's kind of shitty. And I'm just enjoying laughing at them because they're backed into such a corner. It's so sad, but like funny sad. Like they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves with their dumb ass shit. Man, like I don't understand why any of us should give a fuck about these two movies. We don't know if they're going to be canon. We don't know if the Flash movie is going to erase them. And even if it doesn't, we don't know, like the universe itself, even with these two movies intact, the universe itself with Michael Keaton and Batgirl, it might not be worth watching anyway. So that's the dilemma. And then their lead actor for this Flash movie that the future of their franchise like hinges on, their lead actor is just he's around the world just popping up, being a psycho, doing crazy shit out of nowhere, left and right, choking people, making video rants, issuing death threats, punching people, getting arrested, like. And he's the face of their linchpin movie that their entire movie franchise hinges on. If DC really wanted to fix their shit, all they'd have to do is fire Ezra Miller, and then at somewhere like Comic-Con, like not online, not on Twitter, at somewhere like Comic-Con, like New York Comic-Con, New York, Chicago, or San Diego Comic-Con, at least one of the big three, they would need to like go out on stage and say, like the president, the guy, head honcho guy, would need to go out on stage and say, hey, we fucked up. We're scrapping it. We're scrapping it, and we're starting back over from square motherfucking one. The Batman with Robert Pattinson. That's our new intro to Batman. We're going to do a brand new Superman. They can keep the first Wonder Woman, and they can keep, that's about it. That's about it. So they've got a Batman movie with the Batman. They can keep the first Wonder Woman movie. Other than that, we're starting to completely the fuck over. Completely. Because we fucked up. And if they did that, if the head honcho guy really did that and came out and said that and said they were going to implement their plan, I would immediately forgive them and I would get back on board. But it's like they're too proud. It's like the guy it's like that stereotypical story of someone who makes nothing but bad decisions and they dig themselves into their own grave, but then they're just too proud to admit that they fucked up. No, you fucked up. You fucked up. Scrap your, I don't care if it's your baby, I don't care if you love it, I don't care if it's your precious creative freedom vision project. Take that artsy fartsy side of your brain, crumple it up into a little ball, throw it in the trash, throw your baby project in the trash, and start the fuck over. Admit that you fucked up. Give up on your shit now and start over. Because I don't see the point to give a fuck about either of these. I'm not going to go see them I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And the only way I will see either of those in theaters and pay money for them is if the reviews are just overwhelmingly good. Like they're one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. It's the only way I will go see either one of those. And then I'm off the DCEU until the Flash movie. And I can tell you right now, if the Flash movie comes out and it turns out that the leaks about it were real, I'm done with it altogether, and you all can eat shit, burn, and die. The entire DCEU and everyone behind it can eat shit, burn, and die. I'm done. So yeah, that's really what it is for me. It's really sad. It's sad and pathetic. Marvel, like DC went, like if you look at like a boxing match, DC came out and went like jab punch, like they Shazam, Black Adam Shazam, and then Marvel, like WWE, picked them up, slammed them into the mat, walked out of the arena, grabbed a metal chair, came back and just like bashed, just caved in DC's skull. Like, fucking Secret Wars, Daredevil, Spider-Man freshman year. Oh, just fucking everything. Loki season 2, Blade, just beating the shit out of DC. DC was just Black Adam, Shazam, and then Marvel was just like boom, 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 just like lit them up. Oh my god, it was hilarious. It's hilarious. DC has no chance. It's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad. Anyway, yeah, that's my thought on that. If you disagree, please leave some comments below, get a discussion started. If you like this video, hit the like button. That really helps out my channel. And if you want to help out my channel even more, check out some of my other videos and subscribe if you like it. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.